Hi amazing people, karibuni sana to yet another vlog. My name is Ndung'u. If it is your very first time to be here, karibu sana to this platform. We love visitors. If you are a returning subscriber, I love you, I appreciate God for you, and I thank you for coming again. So on today's 21 Mondays of Motivation, we're talking about being positive, even as we continue to achieve our goals. How positive are you in just making sure that you are able to achieve what you wrote down for yourself? So karibu sana, let's dive, let's enjoy. I'm sure it's gonna be an eye-opening video, and it's gonna transform our lives. So if you are coming back again to this particular video, we have been doing our 21 Mondays of Motivation, and I'm sure that you are also achieving one step at a time and being consistent, which is key that we need to achieve our intrinsic motivation. If you're new, what we are doing is we are having 21 Mondays exclusively set apart for us to make sure that we achieve our goals. And when we talk about 21 Mondays, we're not saying that the goal is being done on Monday. What we are saying is that every other Monday we do a recap and we continue to encourage ourselves. A lot of us have usually had ideas, we have had things that we need to do, we need to start up something, and it has taken us a while. Maybe because we didn't have anyone motivating us to do it, maybe we didn't have accountability partners to work with, and that is why we are doing this together. But the most fulfilling thing about all this is that you yourself, you know that you have achieved or you have taken steps to achieving what it is that you wrote down for yourself. So this is very instrumental because it is on a personal level. We are doing this together, yes, but it is more on a personal level, and I'm sure that you will get the fulfillment that you need even as we continue with our 21 Mondays of Motivation. So today we are talking about being positive. Positivity is very important when you are doing things that you want to do. A lot of us have been in that place where we begin something or we think of an idea and we write it down and we want to actually do it, but we never really start the process. Maybe after you have thought how possible the thing is, when you come to look at things on a realistic perspective, you're discouraged. You're discouraged maybe by your finances. You're discouraged maybe by the time, the limited time you have. You're discouraged because maybe someone else is doing whatever it is that you already initially thought of doing, and the way they are doing it, maybe they have a twist to it and you think that that is the way. Some of us even get to a place of copy pasting. So of course you had your original idea, then you copy paste because you think, you know what, people prefer that, so I'll do that. So you lose your original niche. Even when we look around, when businesses are being opened, a lot of us, when you go out here, you will see one shop after the other of M-Pesa, because people assume if this M-Pesa is working, I will open another one just next door and try and give that person competition. Competition is good, but I think originality as well is very important and should be valued. So I think that is also something that we really need to put emphasis on. So this process has been very challenging for me, I would say, because I have been in that place of doing things and thinking, because I'm very innovative in coming up with ideas of things I really want to do and achieve. And I thank God because of my husband, who has been really challenging me, because of course since we met, I have had so many ideas of the things that I want to do, and sometimes I just say it but I never really actualize it. So when we began 21 Mondays of Motivation, I thought I was doing it for people, but it has become a lesson for me, because some of the times, even when I am doing research and I'm telling people be persistent, be resilient, you know, until you also walk that journey, then you discover some of the challenges, some of the loopholes, even in some of the steps that you're giving people. So this one has been a challenge, and a good one for that matter, because I am forever conscious. Now I am in that place where I'm like, you know what? I have a timeline for doing something. It is really keeping me up awake and making me think of ways and strategies on how we can actually do things. And I'm grateful. So I know that some of you maybe have begun this journey with us. And if you haven't, write down goals. Short term, of course, that you want to achieve. You have your big term, long term goals, but then maybe from your long term, look for short term goals that will actually help you to achieve the long term goals that you can also work with us even as we do 21 Mondays of motivation, so that we can encourage each other. This platform is for us to be accountable to one another, so that we can help one another grow. We can help one another achieve those short term goals. If you want to do like a short course online, if you want to just take up an extra skill, because most of these skills, technical skills, are usually done through a course of 3 months, a month, 2 months, you can also begin this journey with us. Some of us is just starting a fitness challenge of just being healthy, attending the gym, being consistent at it, and for that matter. So it doesn't matter really what it is that you want to achieve, but just write it down and follow us, okay? So why are we talking about having a positive mindset? I will give you an example. Every time that you begin to do something, if you have visualized it, it's easier to achieve goals in your mind. The mind makes everything look possible. The mind makes everything look easy. When I am thinking about being the next president, it is so easy for me. But when it comes to the real application and the realistic approach of now working towards the presidency, how to get votes, how to be this, how to do the other, how to get even to the political party and everything. So when you're thinking it, when the idea is fresh, it looks so easy to achieve and to accomplish. And I think that is where a lot of us die. You know, we end the journey are just dreaming it, because when we come to actualizing it, maybe you now become so skeptical and so scared because I do not have the finances to finance this thing, I do not have the resources, I don't know who and who, you know, because some of us believe that it is about the people we know that will open doors for us and all these other things that we have. So why is it important for you to have a positive mindset? It is very important because your mental attitude causes you to focus on the good, and you also seek challenges in the opportunities in the challenges that are presented to you, and also it makes you to believe in the power of that growth that you have already envisioned, and it gives you resilience. It helps you to have numerous beliefs, including increased resilience, to help you achieve what it is that you want to achieve. It improves your mental well-being, it enhances your problem-solving skills, it betters your relationships, and overall it makes you happy generally. Because when I'm positive, I know like anything is possible, even when I am approaching challenges that are coming my way. And that is very important. So how do we develop a positive mindset? Practice gratitude. Gratitude is just appreciating everything that comes your way. The other thing is challenge negative thoughts. Of course, they are there and they will always be here with us, because as I've said, when you're thinking about things and when you come to actually doing them, a lot of negativity is thrown your way. So you also have to help yourself by challenging those negative thoughts, because you are the first person who actually thinks those negativity. And when you don't think about them, especially when you are in that space of just being positive and having a positive mindset, you get people who are throwing that negativity towards you. And this negativity sometimes can act as a limiting belief, because of course when you think that you cannot achieve it, then you don't have the energy to work towards achieving something. You just close yourself up, you just think of those limitations that already are in your head, and because you have not tried, you don't know if you can really achieve this thing, and then you surrender your goals for that matter. So the other thing is also surrounding yourself with positive people. If you have, and not just positive people, with positivity all around, listening to messages that are positive, having people who are talking positivity into your life and into your life bank, because you need it. If you are going to do business, you don't want to look for people who will be telling you how impossible that business is or how hard that business is. You want people who will tell you, yes, it is hard, but it is possible, because we have also done it, we have worked it, we have made it, and you can make it, and there is money that can be made from that from that business. You get books. You also listen to positive podcasts. The other thing is practicing positive self-talk. So when you are seated down with yourself, this is not about people. We are talking about intrinsic kind of motivation. The motivation that comes from the inside of you. So you sit down and you tell yourself, you speak to yourself. You tell yourself that you can achieve this. And every time you speak to yourself, you replace negative criticism with positive compassion and positive self-talk, which is very important, because it reminds you of your strength and of the achievements maybe you have had in the past. So it gears you up to even tackle the next challenge, the next goal, the next obstacle that is coming your way. And you also remind yourself of the potential that you have. I have the potential to achieve this. So as much as there are a lot of challenges, as much as there are things that maybe don't seem to add up, I know that I can achieve this, because of course I have achieved something else before, and right now I have the potential that I can achieve whatever it is that I want to achieve. The other thing is to focus on solutions, of course, for the problems that will come and the problems that are already there, even as you're thinking of the idea. When you have maybe 3 or 4 routes to actually get to town, you also calculate which is the cheapest route, which is the fastest route, so that you make sure that you get to town on time. And these are some of the things. To you, they're not a problem at the time, because there are solutions that you already have in your mind. If you're going out to the sun and you're like, you know what, I need to apply sunscreen, because already you've foreseen a problem of the sun rays, which will damage your skin. You've already applied sunscreen in advance. So of course, focus on the solution, not the problem. Your mind is telling you by the time it is noon, it will be very hot. So you're also very geared up with your water bottle. And that is the way you should approach even challenges that are coming your way concerning everything that you're doing, even accomplishing these goals. Already have solutions for the problems that you preempt that you will have. For me, currently, I will use my example. I have been telling you guys, my challenge right now is my sound, and of course where I am in terms of the set that I am using, because I want to change it. The outside environment is very loud, so I have to find ways where I can actually shoot and make sure that I am not too tired and all these things. So I was shooting very late, I mean wee hours of the morning, because I want everyone to be asleep. I need the place to be quiet. I need my son to be out of my hair, and all these other things that I really need to have worked on. But right now, all I'm doing is just working a step at a time, finding ample time, finding the right time where I can just shoot, even if it is the middle of the day, where there's no much noise and there's nothing, and I make sure that I just utilize the time that I am getting. So right now, I am not focusing on the problem. I am focusing on the solutions that are available for me, because I need to make sure that I do what I need to do. So that is the same with you. Train your mind to see challenges as opportunities instead of seeing them as problems, because they are opportunities for you to grow and to be creative. Surround yourself with supportive people. Supportive people are people who will challenge you, one, to be better, to do better. As much as they believe in your potential, they are not encouraging you to be mediocre. They are actually people who are supporting. If you have a particular vision, if you already have set goals, they know in their hearts that you have the capability to achieve whatever it is that you have already maybe shared with them, maybe told them, maybe already started that journey. So when they are supporting you, number one, they can finance you, they can motivate you, they can encourage you when you're feeling low and be like, they remind you, you can actually do this. They gear you, they push you to continue to be better, okay? This is where we find people like mentors who will hold your hand. You know, they are not there to give you money. They will mentor you to become better, okay? If there are people in your society, there are people who will actually come and go an extra mile for your sake, but they will not be supporting you in being mediocre. They will actually push you, and sometimes they will even hurt you in the process of supporting you to become better, because whatever, even when they're giving you rebuke, it is coming from a place of love and from a place of, I know that you can do this, so you will not fail, and you have no permission to fail. Sawa sawa. So surround yourself with such people. Yeah, people who challenge you and at the same time support you. That is very important. The other thing is practice visualization. And this is very nice. I usually sit down sometimes and I'm thinking, how amazing will I feel? How good will it be to get to 500 million subscribers on just one particular platform? Not on all my 3, but just one. You know, it is not really about the views. It is not really about the amount of money that will be coming from YouTube, from the AdSense. It is just the fulfillment, knowing that, you know what, there are 500 million people who believe in my vision, who just who subscribe to the channel because you are just an amazing person, because you edify them, because as much as you're talking about different areas and different genres, there's just something that you say that just provokes them, that interests them, that they just love listening to you, that they would spend 20 minutes of their time a day just listening to something that you have uploaded. Man, that is amazing. And that is the importance of visualizing. It gives you a positivity that you just can't explain. Even when you're tired, even when you're experiencing burnout, even when the videos right now currently you're doing are not really getting where you want them to get, when I think about the 500 million people, I am so excited. I'm like, it's okay. Now we have 20 people who are viewing. Then I will not be even talking about views in the thousands. It will be views in the millions. So my stress will be, how come this particular video has just 10M and the other one has 100 million? Oh my God, that is interesting. And I think that is the importance of visualizing. It just immerses you in another level of positivity that you cannot explain. Oh man, it is amazing. So even right now when I'm thinking, I'm just becoming more positive in terms of just continuing with even this video, because I'm like, where I am working towards 500 million subscribers, which is amazing. The thing is, learn from inspiring figures, inspirational figures, people who have overcome challenges, who have achieved greatness, and they tell us their stories. And imagine you're just seated down and you are so exhausted, maybe you're so moody, maybe you have challenges, of course, and then you just go to someone else who is going maybe through something similar, or something that you went through 5 years ago. So you are maybe giving advice to a youngster who is maybe failing somewhere that you were failing, and you learned how to hack it. And then now you're teaching them how to hack it, because now you are skilled. And when you're teaching and you're impacting in their lives, you see how brightened they become and how illuminated they are. And you're like, oh my goodness. And when they tell you, thank you so much for being so nice, and thank you for teaching me. To you, it was nothing. It was like, I was just telling you things that I did. Maybe it is not as important. Maybe it is not as wow factoring as it is for them, because it has struck them now because they're in that need. You can imagine. So I have said that walking the journey of achieving your goals is not easy. There are challenges, there are obstacles, there are negative people, there are negativity, and it's not just coming from the people outside your circle, even within your circle. Sometimes the negativity comes from even you yourself. So the positive mindfulness that you need to practice, the positive thinking needs to come from within you, because every time negativity is shot your way, you need to shoot back with positivity. Unless you do that, you cannot achieve those goals that you've set for yourself. And because we are doing 21 Mondays of motivation, it would be nice that even as we conclude, everyone will come out and just say, you know what, I started with you, maybe I joined in the middle, but I have achieved at least 2 or 3 of the things that I wrote down as my short-term goals. And that will be amazing. A lot of things that sometimes we harbor, and maybe we don't know that whatever we are battling with, someone else battled and conquered. So we need to share our stories. We need to speak positiveness. We need to speak life, even to that situation that you're in, because you need to exercise positive mindset. I think the most important thing that makes a lot of, especially musicians or people who are in the space of entertainment, notice the way they talk about themselves. I am the greatest musician of all time. Yet they don't sing better maybe than someone else that you know. Maybe the genre they are doing is just pathetic, but they speak positivity to themselves. You hear them say, I am the baddest, I am the illest, I am the bestest, I am sijui the what, and they are doing the estest, yani in the better best. They are the third version, the third betters, you know, and they're talking about themselves as the perfect things, as the most celebrated, maybe celebrities. They are saying that they are the most wealthiest. They're talking about how they are the lavishest or something. You know, they are just giving themselves wanaji pump, and that pumping themselves and just being positive. Sometimes they might actually not be living the life that they are portraying. They might not be the illest DJs. They might not be the illest MCs. But every time they speak that to themselves, number 1, they challenge themselves to achieve it. Number 2, they actually work towards being that. So every time I'm saying, I am the best content creator, I am the best Kenyan YouTuber, what I am doing is speaking positivity to me, to just tell me and to encourage me that, you know what, Marion, keep on, because you're the best. Secondly, if you're doing mediocre, work on your craft, because you need to actually get to that position of being the best. Okay, the other thing is, it just challenges you to achieve more, to become, because of course you need to maintain that title. If that is something that I want to brand myself as, I just want to brand myself as the bestest content creator or something, if there's anything like that, I will actually do more and just achieve that. So the positivity, the just telling myself good things, it makes me be positive, it makes me work harder. So you need to have positivity in your life, because it will help you accomplish and achieve your goals. Okay, so this has been 21 Mondays of Motivation. I know that we have not grown as we wanted to grow, but I am excited, I am happy, I am loving the experience, and I am glad that we are doing this, and I am glad that our lives are transforming, and that we will never remain the same again. Personally, on a personal level, I refuse to remain the same. I am promising you, and I'm saying this without a shade of fear or doubt, that I am not remaining the same, that I am not going back to the level that I was. You know, I'm not going back to just being mediocre. No, I am putting hard work, I am being creative, I am being innovative, I am going to pursue greatness, because everything I need, I have within me. I have the potential to achieve it. I can learn it. If I don't, if it is a skill I need, I will pick it on the way. But all I know is that I am accomplishing the goals I have set for myself. So if you want to join me as well, and that is the kind of positive talk, self-talk that you're telling yourself, join us, walk with us, even as we continue with 21 Mondays of Motivation. And I am amazed at how much our lives will never be the same again. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you for coming again. If you've gotten to the end of this video, please do not forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and also to share with someone else, maybe who is discouraged, someone who is in the process of achieving something, someone who is in the process of quitting, because they need to be reminded of how important positive thinking and positive mindset is, even to them and to their craft. Last but not least, let me say a big thank you to each and every one of you for coming, for each and every one of you for subscribing. I love you. I thank God for you. God bless you and do you well.